The main purpose of configurations is when we are moving packages from one environment to another environment, let's say from development to testing or testing to production environments, the connection managers and OLDB connection managers, file paths and the variable values. Okay, so it might differ. Okay, sometimes it might differ. In such situations, if you want to pass, throw a file. Okay, throw a file. Instead of touching the package, we'll go for the configurations. Okay, that is straightforward explanation for the package configurations. Okay, now we do have some configurations types here. If you can see, XML configuration, environment variable configuration, and registry entry, parent package variable, and SQL server. Okay, so usually in the real time, this is the topmost option which people use to select XML configuration file. Okay, so because we can easily edit those values. The next option will be top second will be SQL server, guys. Okay, now the environment variable. These are the three very important options which we will be using. Okay, whereas these two will be very rare cases actually. Okay, so that's why we'll discuss these three configurations, but you can just remember the names, because in the interview point of view time, they'll ask you like how many types of configurations we do have in SSIS. Okay, do remember it. So could you please write down a point regarding these configurations? Side heading already you have written yesterday, right? Package configurations.
Yes.
Please write down. When we are moving packages, when we are moving SSIS packages, when we are moving SSIS packages from one environment to another environment, from one environment to another environment, from one environment to another environment, there might be some changes in DB connections, DB connections, Excel connections, and variable values, etc. And variable values, etc. And variable values, etc. Next point. Next point. After moving the packages, into other environments, instead of editing the package, instead of editing the packages, we can make the changes in configuration file. We can make the changes in configuration file. So that package will get those changes from so that package will get the changes from configuration file so that the package will get the changes from config file, and then it will validate and then it will validate
functions.
It will validate and execute the package. Execute the package. Finished. Execute the package.
Yes.
Yeah, next. There are 5 types of configurations in SSIS. There are 5 types of configurations.
Sir, can you repeat? Then it will validate the.
Then it will validate the. Then it will validate and execute the package.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. There are 5. Next point. There are 5 types of configurations in SSIS. Write down these 5, please. XML configuration, environment variable configuration, registry entry, parent package variable, SQL server. Finished?
Yes.
Finished, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So next, so we have seen XML configuration file, right? See, whatever you want do changes in that XML file, you can do it, okay? No issues at all. So if you can see the desktop under SSIS, I have placed it, right? Where is that config file? Okay, here we do have. So you can open in IE so that it will open like this, so that viewing purpose it will be good. See, if you want to change this, files or paths, everything, right? You can do it, guys. Okay, you can directly change it, here itself, and automatically it will gonna execute. Okay, so whatever we have taken here, so definitely you can make the changes and automatically your package will detect this change and then it will execute, so that no need to touch your package at all. Okay, now the thing is, let's say, do remember one thing. when you're moving packages to other environments, along with that, what we have to move? When we are moving the packages to other environments, along with that, what else we have to move?
Configuration file.
Configuration file. Okay, do remember it.
Yeah.
So this configuration file is there, no? So this configuration file, you have to move it over there. Understand?
Yeah.
Now, one more thing. Assume that I have put my configuration file I have created in, let's say, E drive or D drive, let's say. Okay. I have created in my dev environment. Okay. D drive, I have created my SSIS configuration file. Whereas in my testing environment, right, I don't have D drive at all. Okay. I don't have D drive at all. I do have only C. Now, in my testing environment, where should I keep this SSIS configuration file?
C only.
C only. There is no other option, correct?
Yes.
C only. But in the development environment, it is pointing to D, right? Correct?
Yes.
It is pointing to D. So when you run your package in the testing environment, so it is expecting the configuration file from
D drive.
D drive only, obviously, but it is not there, no, in our this one testing environment, correct?
Yeah.
You got it, no? See, in
Yeah.
the development environment, we do have a D drive where my SSIS config file is there, okay? But whereas in my testing, I have copy paste that SSIS config file in C drive because I don't have D drive at all. In this case, when you run the package, definitely it is expecting D, but which is not there, correct?
Correct.
So in this case, package will fail or not?
Yes.
There is.
Package will fail. So what you need to do? Again, you need to touch your package, right? You need to go and browse your file from C drive and you need to make the changes from the package, correct? See, what is the purpose of configuration here? Not to touch your package, correct? If you want to do some variable or any folder changes, so I should not touch my package at all, correct? But here again, I am touching, no? Yes or no? I'm editing, no? Okay, so to avoid this, right? So what they had given is they had given one more option called environment variable configuration. Okay, with this environment variable configuration, you have to do on top of XML configuration only. Remember it. First, you have to do the XML. Once it is done, all the selecting the variable values, everything, then you have to go and create the environment variable configuration. Do remember it? Okay. Yeah. Now, what is meant by environment variable means? I'm just closing up. Later on, we'll configure it. So what you need to do? So these environment variables will be available in your system, guys. Okay, not in your Visual Studio. Okay, it will be there in your system. So where exactly means you go to this PC, right click on it, go to properties. Okay, now, okay, not here, 1 second. Right click on this PC, go to properties. No, here also I'm unable to find. Okay, you can just go to start, type environment variable. Okay, can you see? Here is the system environment variable.
Okay.
So it will be there in your PC. Okay, now we can see environment variables here. Okay, so it's not in your SSIS package, it's part of your system. Okay, and click edit the environment variable. Okay, now you go and create a new variable here saying that config file path SSIS config file path. So what you can do is, so where exactly your config file in dev environment? C folder, correct? No, just consider that now it is C folder. Okay,
Okay.
Where is that?
At last.
I'm not able to find it here. Why? SSIS. Okay, anyway, what you can do, copy it, okay, and go to this environment variable, paste it, slash, copy this file name, the environment configuration file name, and paste it over here, dot, okay, whatever extension we do have, right, you have to provide it. The extension will be DTS config, okay. It is dts.config, guys. So this is the whole path of your SSIS configuration file, and I'm creating this new variable, and this is the environment variable. Click on OK. Okay, now it's part of our system. Yeah. Now assume that I have moved my file. I'm just cutting it and put it in a D drive. Assume that this is a different environment, guys. Okay, because I cannot show multiple environments here, right? Assume that I have moved my package into different environment where my file is there in D drive. Okay. Yeah. So now when you run your package, right, it won't throw any error, guys. Okay, it won't throw any error. What it will do, it will try to find out that configuration file, because we made these configurations, no. And if it is not able to find, what it will do, it will use these connection managers, whatever we configured in the package. Understand? Yes.
Yeah.
So if the config file is not there, there won't be any problem actually. Okay, still the package will run with the existing connections which we configured in the Visual Studio. Okay, so if it is able to find the configuration file, then it will choose those connections. Okay, na? Okay, anyway it won't throw any error, it won't fail. Okay, that is what I want to convey. Now what we can do is, so first of all, you need to make these connections. I mean, you need to change something in the configurations. Okay, go to edit. Okay, so see, now it is saying that the configuration file does not exist because we haven't. I mean, we have cut and pasted in another location, right? Yes. So click on OK, or you can say remove, and we can add one more time. Add new. So choose environment variable. Now, whatever variable we created there, can you find out? It is an SSIS config file. Are you able to find it? No, right?
No, sir.
Not there. Okay, the because of whenever that is a system defined variable, no. So what you need to do is you need to restart your Visual Studio to appear that new variables. Okay, this is one time activity. You need to reopen your Visual Studio. Okay, sorry, which one I have opened? Is this the one?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Right click, go to properties, configurations, add, next, go to environment variable configuration. Can you see that variable now?
Yeah.
SSIS config file path.
Yes.
So now it will choose the config file path from where?
Drive.
From your
Drive.
drive.
drive. Okay, na? Yeah. Now click on next. 1 second, it's very 1 second. I think okay, I think you have to choose this option, not this environment variable. But anyway, both are same only. See, it is saying that configuration location is stored in an environment variable and choose this. Okay, because when I'm choosing this, no, some of the options are not working for me. So let's see if this will work fine or not. Yeah, finish it and close it. So now just to check whether it is really pointing to whether it is reading that file from D drive or not from the environment variable, we'll check. Okay, so what I will do, see, now it is pointing to which database? SSIS database, correct? Can we change it to into different database now in the config file?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll check. Okay, at least with that we can have a proof, right? So it is reading from the D drive. So open it in a notepad plus plus or open with any notepad. Now I have made changes. Where is this SSIS?
Fourth line.
Fourth line. Okay, I have made a change. Let's see if I run my package. Oh, we have to keep that GIF file, I think. Maybe it throws an error. Okay, package is success, guys. Now what you can do is you just go to execution result set. So it is not able to find the configuration file. Failure importing configuration file. DTS. Okay, it is saying some warning messages for us, but still fine. You can go and check your database connection, whether it is pointing to, okay, still it is pointing to SSIS only. Okay, so which means it is not reading the file from your D drive, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. So maybe because of, I'll tell you the reason. Let's copy this path. Okay, and environment variable. See, in the environment variable level, right? I had put C drive, correct? But it should be D drive, right?
Yes.
So let me keep the D drive now. And let's run the package and we'll see whether it will take that file information or not. Okay, so before running, let's again GIF files, and I'm pasting the file, source file, and I'm running it. Okay, so now when you go to execution result sets, still some warning messages, but you go and check this. Okay, not yet changed, right? Okay, I think maybe let me restart the package and we'll check. Maybe because of change in value, we just need to restart. Sorry, let me start. Okay. Can you see the package is attempting to configure XML from D drive, and also so it is pointing to this DB. So which means it is reading the configuration file from
D drive.
D drive. So from environment variable, correct? So now what you need to do, no, when you are having this environment variable configuration, no, whenever you're moving your package from development to testing, the very first time, what you need to do, you need to create the environment variable, okay, in your system, because we cannot move the environment variables to here from one system to another system. You have to manually create it. Understand? For the first time in the testing and develop production environment, you need to create it, and then place the file path and where exactly the config file exists. Clear?
Yes.
That going forward, when there is a change, directly we can copy paste. Oh no. When there is a change in config file path, so do I need to touch the package in testing and production environments?
No.
No.
In
No. What you can do?
You can make those changes in configuration file.
Yes. No, we can make those changes. See, the configuration file path I'm saying, not the values. Yes, so we can change that path directly in the environment variable itself, correct?
Variable. Yes.
Yeah.
So change in values, it will be in the config file. Change in path will be in the environment variable. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're changing environment variable, need not to touch your package, correct?
Yeah.
Need not to edit anything. Clear? So that is what the environment variable configuration is. Simply we'll keep the file path in the environment variable, and in the other environments, without touching the package, we can change the configuration file path actually. Okay, clear? Now before configuring environment variable, we need to configure what? Hello? Before,
XML config.
yes,
XML
XML
config.
configuration you need to configure. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you make that point? Make a note and write down. To create environment variable configuration, to create environment variable configuration, make sure to create XML configuration priorly. Make sure to create XML configuration priorly. Got it? Done?
Yes.
Yeah, next point. When we are moving the package for the very first time, in the note second point, when we are moving the packages, for the very first time into other environments, when we are moving the packages for the very first time into other environments, make sure to create environment variable one time. Make sure to create environment variable one time. It's one time creation, okay? Finished up?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So the next one will be SQL Server configuration, guys. Okay. So when you're configuring this one, go for a package configuration, remove this, okay? Add, next, go for SQL Server configuration. See, it is asking, tell me in which DB I need to create a table. Okay, in which DB I need to create a table. If you want to create a new connection, you can create it. Or existing connections, if you want to choose, yeah, you can able to choose directly here itself. Okay, now configuration table. This configuration table, no, you need not to create it priorly. What you can do, simply click on new. Can you see SSIS configurations table created automatically? Okay, and these are the column names, guys. Configuration filter, configured value, package path, and configured value type. These are the some of the columns which it will get take defaultly. Okay, I'll show you what exactly it will do. Just do remember this first column, configuration filter. Click on OK. Now it is asking for configuration filter name. What is meant by configuration filter name means, see, this package, this configuration is specifically for this package. Yes or no?
Yes.
For every package
Yes.
you need means you need to do it for every package separately. Do remember it. Okay. Yeah. So now if I want to know in a table, if I want to know this configuration is belongs to this particular package means, so you can just put a filter over here. Okay, just for identification. So this package is loading multiple Excel files, correct?
Yes.
Just keep that. It is very simple. Why do we use this configuration means filter means just for applying a where clause in your SQL Server, because all the configuration data, all the packages configurations data will store in this table only. Okay, so we should not get confused, right? Which value, which row it is belongs to which package. So if you're giving something like this, some filtration, we can easily filter using where clause. Okay, I'll show you anyway. Click on next. Now you need to choose the values, whatever you want. Okay, so the variables, the destination paths, it's showing very, okay, let's increase this. Okay, so you can go for value. Okay, all the connection managers are here. You can choose any values here. Let's say connection string. I can go for Excel configuration manager. Go for connection string here also. See, this is the path it is choosing. Okay, so likewise you can choose any other paths also, even the FTP. If you want to maintain the connection string, it will be, see, the server name it is showing like this. So let it be and click on finish. Now does the table has been created now or not?
Wait.
Huh? Does the
It's
table
create.
created or not?
No, we need
Oh,
to
so
run it, right?
No, no need to run. For configurations, when you're configuring XML configuration and when you're configuring SQL Server, the table or file will get created automatically before running the package, because when you're running the package next time, it is expecting that file or a table. Okay.
Okay.
No need to run it. So where you can find those tables means go to the DB, go to system tables. Sorry, not system tables. In the main tables itself, you can find this table. See, SSIS configurations. Can you see configuration filter here? Loading multiple Excel files, and this is the information it is stored. Okay, na? So in the right hand side, you can see like you can see like which connection value it is. Okay, if you want to change, what you need to do, you have to write a where clause here, where clause and with update statement. Okay, now so this is the for each loop. Sorry, this is a FTP connection, right? If you want to change the server name, write an update statement. Okay, now.
Yes.
Okay, so when you change something here, what will happen? Your package will pick up the changes from where now?
From this configuration file.
Yes, from this configuration table. Okay,
Yes.
and then
It will run the package.
yes, it will run the package. Okay, very simple. In place of file, table will come. That's it. Okay, now understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So either way, we can go for in the real time. So it can be XML file. It can be SQL server. It will be decided by the management. Okay, but the purpose is same. Understand?
Yes.
Any questions? Anyone?
But generally, these configurations and all will not be handled by DBA guys.
No.
We only has to handle it.
As a developer, we need to configure it.
Okay.
Whatever configurations he will make, that is different actually.
Okay.
Any questions? Any other questions? Okay. No questions, right? It is clear, no configurations?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now I just do remember one question in SSRS actually. So in SSRS, we do have the rendering options, correct?
Yes.
Excel, PDF, so many rendering options are there. Okay. So in one of the interview, they have asked me like, let's say the client is expecting only PDF format. He don't want to see other formats at all. Then he asked me what you can do. See, basically those are the default options, right?
Yes.
Correct. But if you want to produce only PDF format to the client, so what you can do means I'll show you for even for SSRS also there is a configuration file, guys. I'll show you that. Go to program files. Where is this? Yeah, and in this MS SQL server, there is something called. Okay, here I could not able to find. Go to program files 86, Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, here also it is not there. 1 second. Yeah, it is a SSRS, no? So go to Visual Studio. No. Okay, Microsoft SSRS. Okay, a report server. This is the path actually. Program files, Microsoft SQL Server reporting services, SSRS report server. Okay, so for your report server, no, there is a web config file actually. Okay, so can you see this one? Not this, I think. I think this should be the one. I don't know. Let me open and check where exactly that option. Can you see? I think it is rs report server dot configuration file. So can you see here? All the types are there. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see all the rendering types here now. So now what you need to do now, so if you want to if you don't want to show these options, right, so you have to make it here something like false. Let me just check where exactly we have to do. Let me open this file also and let me see. PDF. No, not in this. So it is RS report server configuration only. Open that. Okay, so when you go to PDF, yeah, this is done.
Visible parts is there.
Yeah, visible we need should. Okay, here visible is there. Even for this one also. Okay, 1 second. Image rendering. Yeah, I think we have to add one property. The same visible property is there, right? You just go and make it true for whichever rendering option we want to show to the client, so that when you once you restart your or once you refresh your configuration, no, I mean report server, right? Automatically only PDF format will be shown. Okay, please do not do that in your you know in your web config file, because sometimes it will corrupt. I'm not sure where exactly that code needs to be changed, but interview point of view time, you can tell them like, I'll go for RS configuration file, report server configuration file, and there I'll make like visibility true for PDF format, so that only that format will be shown for the client. Okay, now this one in one of the interview they have asked this question. Clear? Hello? Yeah, you can tell this. Okay, if you want to show the rendering option, a particular rendering option, then go to RS report server configuration file and make visible true for that particular rendering option. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So next option will be checkpoints, guys. It is very important. About the breakpoints, have you written any points?
No, sir.
No? Can you please write down one point regarding that? Because when you explain that point, that is more than enough. Write down breakpoints. Breakpoints will help us breakpoints will help us to troubleshoot the packages breakpoints will help us to troubleshoot the package in the runtime point of view. In the runtime. Okay. Done.
Yeah.
So when you are explaining about the breakpoints, you tell this point and you can give an example, like, when I'm configuring this for each loop container to read multiple Excel files and to know what values are exactly passing in the variables, I'll just put a breakpoints pre or post executions, and then I'll check those variable values in my locals, Windows locals, and then I'll confirm whether it is passing properly or not. That example you can explain. That is more than enough. Okay, now
Yes.
understand, or you want me to repeat? Understand, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The next will be checkpoints. Write down checkpoints. This is also one of the option only. Checkpoints. Not check option, it is checkpoints. Sorry. It is very important. Okay. Yeah. Now assume that I have taken 3 data flow tasks. Okay, which is running series one by one, not parallelly. One by one, it is running, guys. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there are 3 data flow tasks, which is completely independent. Okay, this is loading a different file. This is loading a different file. This is loading a different file. Okay, assume that, or maybe dependency also there. Yeah, that's fine. Dependent or independent, that is not an issue. Now assume that this is taking a 1 hour time to load the data. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. Okay, now first 2 data flow tasks are passed and the third data flow task is failed. Okay, first 2 are loaded properly into DB and the third one is failed because of some reason, some conversion or whatever it is. So it got failed. Okay, now I know what is the error. I have fixed it. When I rerun the package, what will happen? Tell me where exactly it will start.
It will start from first data flow task.
It will start from first data flow task, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And is it necessary to run first and second again?
No.
Because it is already loaded the data, right?
Yeah.
Okay, assume that there is a lookup here and there. So obviously it will ignore that match at records, correct?
Yeah.
But we have
Yes.
to run unnecessarily, right? It is a waste of time, correct?
Again, we have wait to 2 hours.
Yes, we have to wait 2 hours, correct? So in this case, instead of rerunning from the starting point, right, we can directly rerun from the failure point. Is that fine?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is where these checkpoints will come into the picture, guys. The purpose of checkpoints is, so whenever there is some failures in the package and once you fix it, the package will run from the failure point, not from the starting point, so that we can save some time and we can avoid the duplicates information as well if there is no lookup. Understand, guys?
Yes.
Okay, now for simplification, I'll show you using execute SQL task. For an example, 3 execute SQL tasks I have taken, and what I will do in first execute SQL task, I'll go and create a table. Create table, some VR tech ID integer and close the bracket. Okay, and I need to choose the connection as well, right? I'll use this database and click on OK. Now results should be what?
None, sir.
None only, because your create will not show you any data, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now do I need to do any parameters mappings?
No need.
Not required. Okay, let it be. Now in the second data flow task, second execute SQL task, I'll try to insert some data into the table. Insert into VR tech values. Okay, and I'll say 1. Okay, 1 row I'm inserting in the first one, and in the second one, and 2. So here also the result set should be none only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, or else we can do one thing. As it is a physical table, I'll create it manually. Okay, so in the first statement, I'll insert 1. Okay. And in the second execute SQL task, it is 2. Third execute SQL task is 3. See, the concept remains same in any tasks actually. Either it will be data flow task, execute, any other task also fine. Now all are fine, right? It won't throw any errors, correct? Yeah. Now I'll make a error here saying that I'll remove H. What will happen now?
Invalid table.
The second
Table
one will
name.
not.
Okay. So let me close all other packages. I'll run this package. Now first row inserted, and here it is thrown error saying that invalid object name, correct? Yes. Now I know what is the error. I'm going and fixing it. Now if I go and start it, see what will happen.
Start from first task.
Again it is inserting from the starting onwards, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because there is no checkpoint here. Yeah.
Yes.
So let me show you how the checkpoint will help us. So right click on this again in the control flow level, go to properties. Can you see the checkpoint option here? Checkpoint file name, checkpoint usage. Can you see that? There is one more option. Checkpoint, save checkpoint. Can you see here? 3 options. These 3 options are very important. Okay. So one is checkpoint file name and checkpoint usage and checkpoint
Save checkpoints.
save checkpoint. Yeah, these 3 are important. So first we'll configure a checkpoint file. Okay, see what exactly this checkpoint file will checkpoint will do is wherever error comes, okay, wherever error comes, that error information it will load it in the file. Okay, now for that purpose you need to provide a file name here. So I'll just provide like checkpoint file. It will be a normal txt file only. Okay, now you need to save that file, no? Correct?
Yes.
So make it as true. Save checkpoints should be true. And there is a 3 options in checkpoint usage, guys. One is never, if exist, and always. Okay, usually we will go for if exist always. Okay, I mean always will use the if exist condition, the second condition. Okay, but still I'll explain you these 3 because for the interview point of view it is very important actually. They'll definitely ask what is checkpoint, what is the what are the options in the checkpoint usage. Okay, now yeah, so let's select if exist first. Okay, let's select if exist. Now so the checkpoint we have enabled, right?
Yes.
Okay, now you need to do one more option. You need to do one more option to make it enable this checkpoint. Right click on each task, go to properties, right click on each task, go to properties, and there is something called fail package on failure. Can you see this? Fail package on failure. You need to make this option true. I'll tell you what is the reason. Right click and this option you need to enable in all the tasks, guys. So what is the purpose of this option? No, so see when this is failed, right, only one component is failing, correct? To create the checkpoint file we need to tell to the SSIS saying that the entire package is failed, so that the checkpoint file will get created. Understand? For that purpose what you need to do, right click on the package, task, go to properties, make fail package on failure. So any failures are there in any of the tasks, please fail my package. That is what it means.
The package it will fail, sir.
No, see, usually this is a task, right?
Yeah.
When this task is failed, okay, now what we need to tell to your SSIS is the complete package has been failed. We need to give that information. So that's the reason we are enabling this option. See, if we are giving any information like the complete package is failed, then only checkpoint file will get created. Okay, no? So usually this task is failed means only this task, right?
Yeah.
Correct. But if that's the case, checkpoint file won't get created.
Oh, we'll telling entire thing to
Yeah,
us because
we are giving an information to SSI saying that the entire package is failed. That's why failed package and failure we need to enable true for each and every task. Understand?
yes.
Others? Fine. Okay. Make sure to enable this one, otherwise your checkpoint file won't get created. Now I'll make an error again and let's run it. Now here it is failed. Now let's go and check whether the checkpoint file is created or not. In this is the, yeah, can you see? So just now it has been created, checkpoint file.
Yes.
Right click and open this with a notepad plus plus, or I'll just open in a notepad. Where is this open with option? So see, it is stored. See what exactly it is stored now. Wherever error failed, on which component it is storing that information. I mean, which task level it is failed, right? It is stored that error information in this file, guys. Okay. So what is the purpose of this checkpoint file is, let me go and rectify my error. So first task is success, no?
Yeah.
So now we have a checkpoint file. Let me run the package. Can you see now? If you go to progress, see, once it is validate the connections, it is immediately go and check connect to checkpoint file. Correct? So what option we selected there in the usage, checkpoint file usage? If exist, correct? So what is meant by if exist means, if at all that checkpoint file is exist, what your SSIS package will do is it will use that checkpoint file and it knows, right, where exactly it is failed.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes.
It knows that where exactly, because the system only return that checkpoint file error, no?
Yeah.
So it knows that where exactly it is failed, so that it is starting from the failure point. Understand? So now the checkpoint file it is utilized, right? So automatically it will get deleted. Can you see here? Automatically it is getting deleted. Got it? Hello? Yeah. Now let's go for the next option. Now again I'll make a fail loop. Again I'll make fail. Okay. Now I'll go for the next option, guys. That is checkpoint for usage always. Okay. Yeah. So now we'll see. Do you have the checkpoint file there?
No.
Now, when I start, see that it is saying it is not executed. When you go and check now, checkpoint file failed open due to error. The system cannot find file specified file. So the problem with the always, no. So even if they definitely the checkpoint file should exist. It is expecting always the checkpoint file. If it is not there, no, it will throw an error, guys. Understand? So when you choose always, what will happen? It will always expecting a checkpoint file. Will the checkpoint file will exist always?
No.
No, right? So if it is not exist, it will throw error in the package. If it is exist, then it will works fine. I'll show you. Let me select if exist. Now the checkpoint file will be there.
No.
Yes, sir.
It will be there because it is failed, right? See, now I'll just switch to this one. I'll switch to always now. Okay. Now always it is expecting a file. Now we do have that file, no?
Yes.
So now it will start from the failure point. Okay, see, it is starting from the failure point. It got failed because we haven't fixed the issue. Okay.
Yes.
Now the thing is, the checkpoint file is still it is there because it is failed, right? See, once it is failed, again it will create one more file, no? Clear? So let me just rectify my error, and I'll restart again. See, it is still again starting from the failure point only. Now, do you have the checkpoint file? No. So which means when the package is failing continuously, the checkpoint file also will get created continuously, correct? So yeah, and if it is running fine from the failure point, the checkpoint file will get deleted. Clear? Yeah. Now the checkpoint file it is utilized, right? If I go and rerun in the always, no. See, now it is failed because still it is expecting a file. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me rewrite. And I mean, I'll write it over here. If you go for exist, what will happen? If the checkpoint file will exist, what will happen? The package will start
From failure point.
from failure point. Okay. And if it is not exist,
Start from the starting.
it will start from starting point. No failures, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In case of always,
That should be exist.
if the checkpoint file is exist, then the package will start from the failure point. And if it is not exist, then
Will not start on.
the package will fail. Anna? Correct?
Yes.
The package will fail. Now let's go for a never option. Okay. Where is that? Right click. Okay. Sorry. Right click. Go to properties. So first, let me keep if exist because I want to generate a file, the checkpoint file by making an error. And then I'll choose the never option so that you can easily understand. Now we have the checkpoint file, right? Yeah. So now let's go and check in this option, never option. Okay. Now, as we do have a checkpoint file, what exactly it should do?
Start from
Second
Yeah,
from.
it should start from failure point, correct? But I have selected never there. Let's see what will happen. See, again, it is starting from starting point. Okay, which means
When
if
checkpoint
when you
is
choose
there,
a never option,
when checkpoint is there, it will start from the starting point.
when you choose never option, doesn't matter whether checkpoint file is there or not. Okay, it will always
Start from the starting.
starts from
Starting.
point,
Perfect.
even though
Check.
there is a checkpoint file, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, these points you need to explain in the interview, guys. What exactly will happen in if exist, in always and never. Okay, in real time point of view, we'll use this if exist option always. Clear? Please let me know if you have any questions here. I can explain to you.
without failure also, can we start from second or third?
No, it's not possible at all. See, without failure, it doesn't know, right, where exactly it is failed. So definitely checkpoint is required actually for whenever there is a failure actually. Okay.
Can we
Or
edit that checkpoint file?
no, you can do one thing. Your question is, let me. So now the package is failed, correct? Package is failed at what point?
Second.
Second, correct? Now, what I want to do is, let me copy, cut this file, okay, and put it in somewhere else, maybe in the desktop something. Means wherever I configured that checkpoint file, right? I have removed this checkpoint file. Okay. Now what will happen? Tell me.
We'll start from second. We'll start
The
from
package
start.
will run from
Start.
starting point. Correct. So, and I'll also mention this one proper. So it is running from this. All are success. Correct. Now,
Yeah.
even though it is success, I want to run from the second task. No, then let me just cut this checkpoint file and I'll put it in my original folder. Okay. And I'll choose if exist condition, not never, because it won't use that never checkpoint file, right? Yeah, let's see. Can you see this?
Yes.
Just a second. Huh? Sorry. Now you see, even though there is no error, okay, still it is starting from the second point only, correct? Because we have the checkpoint file there. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have the checkpoint file saved no with you, so you can paste it in the original location and you can start from wherever you want. I mean, wherever you want means wherever the failure happens. Clear? Yeah. So in one of the interview, no, they've asked like this. Okay, you just listen this carefully. It is very important. So what they did is, they have executed the package by choosing this one, like if exist option. Okay. Now the package is failed somewhere like third point, let's say. Okay, third task level, the package is failed. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, one second. Now what they said is they don't want to run from the failure point. They want to run it from again, starting point only.
Then we have to use that never.
No. So I said the same answer. So we have to go and change the never option, correct?
Yeah.
So that it will not use that checkpoint file and it will run from the starting point, correct?
Yes.
But what he said that don't edit anything in the package level.
Oh.
Understand?
We have to move that.
We can move the file to another.
Yes,
folder.
exactly. That's it. Okay, we have to delete that file or we have to move that checkpoint file. That's it. Correct? So that the package will find it, try to find it out for checkpoint file. As it is not exist, what it will do? It will run from the
Beginning.
starting point. Correct? Yes, this is one of the interview question actually. Okay, now. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. If there is no questions, I can give you the notes for this. No questions? And could you please respond at least in the chat window? ఏం రెస్పాన్స్ ఇకపోతే నాకేం అర్థమవుతుంది?
No questions.
Chat window, use chat window, please. Today 21 na?
Yes.
Saturday. Simply చెప్పేయండి please. If you don't understand, let me know. I can explain to you once again. Okay, fine. So could you please write down checkpoint side heading? So you guys went through the telephonic interviews, right?
Yes. One of the interview it is there. Sir.
Yes, not in one of the interview. Many of the interviews you may face these questions.
Yes.
I think you may recall all these questions, whatever I'm given in the interview, all the exercise questions. Yeah, write down checkpoints. Checkpoints will help us checkpoints will help us checkpoint files will help us to start from the failure point files will help us to start from failure point instead of starting point. Instead of starting point. Okay, you want the navigations or will you write it? Hello?
Just tell me.
You need the navigations or will you write it? Please respond. You will write? You will write?
Yeah.
Okay, then navigations you can write, and you can write about this these three functions, three options. Okay, write down if exist, always, never. Write about description for each and every option. If checkpoint file will exist, the package will start from failure points, and if it is not exist, it will start from starting. In case of if exist, always if the checkpoint file will exist, the package will start from failure point, and if it is not exist, the package will fail. Never, it will always start from starting point even though there is a checkpoint. Yes, it's fine. Let me know once it is done. Finished?
No.
Okay.
It's done.
Done now? Okay, so you can do this. There are 3 topics are there. Most probably I can finish it off tomorrow. Okay, so one is parallelism, second one is logins, and then protection, how to protect the packages. Okay, and then yeah, how to use there is a one property called retain connection, same property, that is very important. Okay, so I'll explain to that. Okay,
Package deployment.
deployment we have did no already.
Project is done, sir.
Sorry?
Yes.
Project level deployment.
Project level deployment is package level. I can just direct you how to do it. Okay, because we will not use much. Maybe for interview point of view time, whatever it is required, I can explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, how to improve package performance?
Package performance. I'll give you some of the points for that. You can explain the same in the interview.
Yeah.
That is more than enough. Most probably I can finish stuff tomorrow. Okay. If something is there, day after tomorrow, I'll take maybe 1 hour. Okay. Then after we can start discussing either project or maybe some how to upload the resumes. Okay. So whichever is left out, right? Or there is an index view is pending, right? We can discuss.
Yes.
Okay, no? Okay, then.
What about remainder class, sir?
So I'll prepare the resume. I'll give it to you. So for him, he required only 2 classes. Okay. So once I'll be giving the resumes, right? So he'll take the classes once mine is finished. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because for you, once you upload the resume, you'll get, it may take another 2 to 3 days to get the calls and all. So meanwhile, we'll finish off his topics as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Could you please ask everyone to join at least for the next 1 week or these 4-5 days?
Yes. Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. Talk to everyone. Thank you.
Yes.